Hey everyone, Paolo here. Today I'll share my experience and review of my very first ever luxury automatic watch. This lovely mechanical beauty, the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Let's get started. So I went to a Rolex Authorized Dealer with some models in mind and what budget I have dedicated for this. I tried several watches on their display. I tried the Oyster Perpetual 36mm blue dial. I tried the GMT Master 2 Batman on a 40mm dial, and then the Datejust silver dial. The Oyster Perpetual felt just right on my small wrists. Then came time to purchase. The sales agent told me there's no stock available. Instead, he let me fill in this paper form with my details, which puts me in this expression of interest, basically a waitlist. He mentioned a new shipment would come probably in 2 weeks. More than 2 weeks passed by. I never heard back. Then, less than a month in with this itch to get a Rolex, I went to the gray market. I found a great deal for an Oyster Perpetual. I met up with the seller as I didn't want to part ways with my cash online, as this was my first luxury purchase. Everything checks out and the seller seems like a trustworthy dude, so I bought it for 9,400 New Zealand dollars. Ka-ching! I met with the seller again the next day, and after the bank transfer was completed, I had an ear-to-ear smile finally getting a Rolex. I wore it that night and celebrated over dinner with my wife. We then went home and I did an unboxing video just to let the euphoria sink in. So it comes in this Rolex green box, there's a white box, the warranty papers, the extra links, the Rolex wax seal, and even the Rolex green retail bag. Now before we zoom in on the details of the Rolex Oyster Perpetual and why it's special, because I'm so deep in this rabbit hole on watches, I absorb details like a sponge. Rolex actually didn't even start from Switzerland. It started in London back in the 1905. Hans Wilsdorf, the founder, is a guy obsessed with making wristwatches more precise when the pocket watches was the thing back then. By 1910, Rolex was the first wristwatch to snag the Swiss chronometer certification. Then fast forward to 1919, Wilsdorf moves Rolex to Geneva, the watchmaking capital of the world. That's why today, every Rolex says Swiss or Swiss made on the dial. The Oyster name comes from the Rolex 1926 invention for the first waterproof watch. There's a famous story of swimmer Mercedes Glitzy, I hope I said that right, wearing one across the English Channel for over 10 hours. Watch still ticking perfectly after. After that event, the Oyster case has been the Rolex signature. Then on 1931, the company invented and patented the first self-winding mechanism found on every automatic watch today. The mechanism centered on the perpetual rotor, which secured Rolex, another world first in watchmaking. Now we know why the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, or OP for short, is special. Let's get on with my review. This is the OP reference 116000, which has a silver sunburst dial. The 369 markers are double batons. The dial's outer edge has second marker, which Rolex removed on the latest models. The indices and hands are made from white gold. This particular model reference ran from 2008 to 2020, making this OP the last version before the latest reference model 126,000. It has a 36mm case dial. It has a 11.7 thickness that gives that slim, sexy look. 44mm lug to lug. I think this is the most important measurement if the watch would fit well on your wrist. The lug width is 20mm. The weight is 124 grams with the full links. And the cover is made of sapphire crystal, an extremely hard and scratch-resistant glass. But there's no anti-reflective coating, so you would see glare in bright light. Then the dome is a smooth polished dome bezel. It catches light beautifully, but yeah, you can see fingerprints and hairline scratches over time. For the lume, it uses the Super Luminova, the green glow on the markers and hands. It has a screw down crown and a screw down case back for that 100mm water resistance. It's fitted with the Oyster bracelet with a standard clasp. There are micro adjustments, but you would need some tools to do the adjustments. The newer models has this easy link system for that quick 5mm changes, which I wish this one had. The side of the case is polished, and the case and the bracelet is made of 904 stainless steel, which is known for its exceptional corrosion resistance and marketed with the name Oyster Steel. It's all about branding. It has this very premium feel to it. The movement, or the heart of it, is the caliber 3130. It's a time-only movement. There's no complication. It's superlative chronometer, rated at ±2 seconds per day, a tighter tolerance than the COSC standards. As the Perpetual name, it's an automatic self-winding mechanical movement. That's a mouthful. But basically, it means it self-winds as you move your wrist throughout the day. The power reserve on this one is 48 hours. You could leave it for the weekend and would still be ticking. It beats at a frequency of 4 Hz, means the second hand sweeps smoothly with 8 ticks per second. As this was my first automatic watch, I had to learn how to wind the watch. What? You don't know how to wind a watch? You twist it down to loosen the crown, then it pops out. Rolex uses a bi-directional winding system, so you could wind it on any direction. Normally, you just wind it around 25 to 30 times to store the energy, and then that energy slowly gets released. Then you pull out the crown one more time to set the time, and finally you push and then hold and twist it to lock it again. It should be tight, as this is where the potential water could come in, so make sure you tighten it pretty well. It was that simple, but it felt special to learn, especially from someone like me who really never wore anything that's not battery powered. Wearing a luxury watch has this psychological effect. It's like there's a heartbeat ticking on your wrist. Somehow it gives this mojo boost in confidence. I feel more refined. I feel more accomplished. Then being a Rolex, it gives that extra swagger. It gives a sense of craftsmanship, that tradition, and all that history. So why did I pick the Oyster Perpetual? It's simple, it's reliable, and it's just the right size, honestly, for my wrist. Mine is a 6.25 inch wrist, and my wife has a 5.9 inch wrist. Both of us could use it, and I think it's the perfect gateway to get into the Rolex world. No complicated features, just a clean, classic look. It works on casual outfits or dress shirts, and it's discreet enough not to shout Rolex across the room. Plus, it's the most affordable way to get into the Rolex world without compromising on quality. It's perfect if you're new to mechanical watches and want something timeless. So, that's my review of my first Rolex, an entry-level Oyster Perpetual. Classic, simple, timeless mechanical beauty that started my journey into automatics. Let me know what was your first Rolex and why you chose that model. Alright, thanks for watching. If you want to see reviews of the other watch brands that I bought, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video. So, here's a toast to fine craftsmanship. Until next time, bye for now.